Hi everybody, welcome to another evening with Sips. Tonight we're taking a look at a drug tycoon. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this game. Okay, a couple of things. It's early access. It's just been greenlit. It was made at one of these dev jams in like 24 hours or whatever. But the idea for it is so great. It looks nice. It's got really cool like music for drug dealing and stuff. And already, as you can see in my drug lab, we have the one and only Clayton down here just growing and picking lots of weed. That's right. We also have a bodyguard here called Corey. Okay, so it's very early access. There's not an awful lot to this game, but it's exciting enough as it is to really get me going. I'm looking forward to this coming out because this for me is the type of game I love to play. I love like these sort of like management tycoon-y simulation games or whatever. The fact that you have to manufacture drugs in a basement and sell them as well using an ice cream van appeals greatly. I think that that's fantastic. And yeah, I think there's going to be all sorts of awesome stuff in this game as well when it's ready to go. So that's going to be great. All right, so let's take a look at, well, it's not going to take very long to look at all the features because there's not that many. So a quick warning about that. But let's take a look at them anyway because it's a pretty cool game as it is. And it's pretty exciting to think what they could actually do with this if they spend a lot more time developing it and getting it right and stuff. It's going to be great. All right, Corey needs to have a nap because he's pretty tired. So he's going to rest on the sofa. Meanwhile, sorry, that's not Corey. What am I thinking? It's Clayton. Sorry, Clayton. I can't even remember the names of all of my cool staff that work in my drug lab. All right, so we got storage here. And as we saw, Clayton was, sort of harvesting marijuana down here, packaging it up, shoving it into the storage. The ice cream truck comes, picks it up, and delivers it to one of these locations down here. So right now, we have control over the small green dealer. And he is just quite happily serving up tons of weed to all of these dudes who are just sort of coming by his place, checking out his cool radio and the fact that he has a palm tree indoors and is wearing some sort of like green hazmat suit. And he's selling tons of weed to these people. He's small time, though. He's a small green dealer, okay? Further down the way, we have a not small-time green dealer. This is just a green dealer with a much larger clientele. The only thing is, though, is that he's currently occupied by the 5-0, which sucks. And also, it looks like there's a raid coming in on us right now as well that we'll have to be careful about. So, with raids, you can bribe the cops, and at first it's pretty cheap to do that, and we probably will do it. Later on, as things go and you start, freeing up some of these blocks so that you can sell your product on, you have to fight them. And for that, you need bodyguards. We currently have 2 out of 2 bodyguards. I think, is there another one over here? I think there is, actually. And I think that you can move guys in between these places as well. So now the raid is happening here. And we're going to have the option. So this is a pretty traditional looking cop, right? He's got a mustache. He's got really cool combed, nice looking hair. And then, of course, there's me, who looks exactly like Heisenberg, the drug baron of New Mexico, I guess. Open up. I want to check this venue. Well, how about I just slip you 250 big ones, Officer Murtaugh? All right, that works. He's out of here. Okay, great. So we'll leave Corey here. Corey will look after the main lab. That's fine. And why not, right? We'll leave Dawn over here. Dawn's going to be tired all the goddamn time because he has nowhere to rest. So in actual fact, we could say, Dawn, get your ass back here. Come and have a rest. And he'll sort of make his way over here. I think he's like actually walking. Oh no, he's not. He's taking an armored van to get back over here. Okay, so that's sort of how you manage your drug empire. Further down the road, we have the green dealer here. We also have an acid dealer who is also kind of engaged with the cops, but we can attack the cops with our bodyguards. and free this up so that we could deal acid to people. That would be fun, wouldn't it? We've got a construction site here, which I have no idea what it even does, but we'd have to attack it, and maybe we could build another lab here. That would be pretty cool. We've got a brown dealer here as well. We could cook up some brown, probably pretty low quality, but sell it for a lot of money. We'd have to attack the cops again. Parking, again, I have no idea, but there's a member of the riot squad here, which I'm not too keen on at the moment. There's also speed dealer, which is pretty hardcore. Another garage, and further down we have the bad boy home place, which looks like a lot of cops in riot gear cooking up all sorts of, well, acid, growing all sorts of weed, and just generally breaking the law at every turn, which is kind of crazy. All right, great. So, same as in like XCOM or anything else you play, you need electricity to run rooms and stuff, and it costs money to dig out rooms that you want to use as well. Let's dig out this bottom floor here, and then let's build a maybe like an acid lab or something. That would be fun, wouldn't it? And before we do that, well, we have to dig out both sides here. We're going to have to dig out both sides. We might need another generator, which is fine, so we can dig out this as well. We've got 1,575 bucks, thanks to the fact that old Clayton here is just, like, growing up copious amounts of the green, which is fantastic. We could boost our sort of green production as well by just creating another grow box, 500 bucks. It's going to cost us 2 electricity. It's going to produce 2.5 every so often or whatever. And crucially as well, it unlocks another slot for somebody to come in and actually work this station. So fine, let's do it. 500 big ones. And then once it's ready, we can hire somebody and we can get them involved. It's going to be great. What else can we afford to make? We can, of course, also make an acid stall, which is going to be fantastic. That's only 700 bucks, and we can hire a dude to just like cook up a bunch of acid for us. I think Clayton's going to have a nap, and the cops are at our front door once again. I think we could probably bribe them. I have just enough cash left over, I think, to bribe them, although it's a bit touch and go. And of course, my main producer is having a break right now. 250 bucks? Just. All right, fine, get out of here. 250 bucks is totally manageable. We're selling so much green right now. Doesn't even matter. Here comes the ice cream truck. Look at that. The ice cream man is coming. This guy's like, hey, wait for me, ice cream man. I want some. All right, fine. Let us hire a new guy to produce more green for us. We can't afford it right now, actually. We need to sell a little bit more. Clayton is going to need to like take care of business and work overtime as well. But as soon as we make this delivery and it starts selling or whatever, we should be able to do it. And we might also need another generator at some point because we're at 9 out of 10 electricity consumption, which is kind of crazy, actually. All right, we should be ready to go. Let us hire. Let's take a look, actually. We have Alex, who is a neurotic, thickly built man with a habit of daydreaming and special power who is from New York City and lives with a cousin. Okay. Now, we have to consider, as budding drug tycoons here, is Alex the kind of person we want working for our organization? Okay, he's capable of producing 3 packages a day, which is pretty good. He has 1.1 fists, so I don't know how he's going to produce 3 packages a day with only 1.1 hands. I would have thought you would need 2. He's got 6 health. He's neurotic, but he's thickly built. He has a habit of daydreaming, which may not be the best, and a special power that maybe we don't want to know about because this guy looks like he just doesn't really sort of ever even get out of bed much or wash or anything. We have Emery here, who is a dorky, elegant-featured old person with a strange artifact, who is from Manila and lives with ordinary household appliances. So Emery doesn't actually have any friends, except for like the washing machine and maybe like a big chest freezer. We've also got Myron down here, a shy, thickly built old man with an ant farm and practically no talent whatsoever, who is from Syria and lives with a group of wacky tourists. Okay, so we've got options. Myron, to me, sounds like he's way ahead of Emery and Alex here. Spend 300 bucks on re-rolling and maybe choosing some other ones. But honestly, I think a shy, thickly built old man with an ant farm is the man for me. Myron, you're hired, motherfucker. There we go. All right, Myron is up here, and he is ready to work at his growing station. He's thickly built, which is going to serve him well. He's old. Hopefully he doesn't have bad knees or anything, because poor old Myron here has to use the stairs every time he needs to drop off a package into the storage, which is kind of crazy, actually. All right. We are going to have to build another generator, so as soon as we can save up enough money, we'll do that. Now that we've got Myron on the case, helping us produce a whole bunch of the green stuff, we should have no problem getting enough money to fund another generator. Once we've got another generator, we're going to need another one of these things, a security depot. Once we get one of those, we can increase the number of security guys we can have. We can hire some more, and then we can make our move on the green dealer over here. There's only one cop here, actually. So actually, with what we have now, we could probably do this. We're going to send both of our bodyguards over, Corey and Dawn, and we're going to send them over here in the armored car. We're going to watch it leave the depot as well. Or did we? Yeah, there it goes. Corey and Dawn are in that armored car. We can watch them come all the way over here, and attack the green dealer and free him up so that we can actually start delivering here. Look at that. Who's that? Is that Corey? It must be Corey. Is it Corey? Oh shit, they're both down here. Here we go. There's a real tussle with the fuzz down here, and we've been victorious. Excellent. Great. Okay, so we can probably leave one of these guys back here as a bodyguard in case the green dealer ever gets raided. And then we can move another one back here to guard over here. So let's have Corey back. Come on, Corey. Come back to home base in the armored car. We're going to leave Dawn over at the green dealer. And now our ice cream truck is able to deliver to the green dealer. And we're going to shift much more product than we've ever shifted before, because this guy has way more hookups than this saddled bastard over here who doesn't have as many hookups. He's a small green dealer. We got the big green dealer now, and then we're gonna move in. We're gonna muscle our way into the acid business once we get enough guys to come over here, attack the cops, and we can grow the operation. We already have the equipment. We just need to hire some sort of guy. So we've got Alex and Emery again, who neither of them I would trust to actually make acid. But Christopher, on the other hand, a dorky, elegant featured old person with a strange artifact who is from Manila and lives with ordinary household appliances, he almost sounds like the other dorky old person with a strange artifact who's from Manila and lives with a bunch of wacky tourists. So Christopher, welcome aboard. Look at that. Christopher is ready to make some acid. Fantastic. And of course, being old, hopefully his knees won't seize up too much, because he's going to have to walk up the stairs to put his acid on the stock shelf. So the ice cream truck can transport anything, but also we're going to need to actually, before the acid can get transported over here, we're going to have to clear this out of cops. So we have a little bit of work to do. But the ice cream truck, once it's ready to go, the ice cream truck will come back, pick up weed, drop it off, come back, pick up acid, drop it off. There's no sort of like rhyme or reason to it. I think it just like does weed first and then does acid after, I guess. All right, we need another generator. It's going to cost us $500. Excellent. We'll have some more power, and then we can, with $100, dig this out and get another security room here as well. And then we can dig out some more stuff and build some more stuff. But so on and so forth. You kind of get the idea, right? Which way we're heading with all of this. You just slowly build things up as you would in any other management simulation game, and then slowly send your minions out to murder cops so that you can take over drug corners and sell your product there at like a massive markup. Which to me is just the perfect game, actually. I've been waiting for this game my whole life, pretty much. Oh my god. It's very exciting. All right, fine. Generator online, great. We now have 20 electricities. This place is ready to go too. How much does one of these cost? It's only $100, and we can hire 2 more security guards, which is probably going to be enough for our assault on the acid corner, which is going to be fantastic. It looks like Christopher is getting a little bit tired. That's fine. He can go sit on the couch. And we've got Clayton and what was his name again? I can't remember now. Myron. Okay. We're going to have to wait out this police raid as well. We're going to have to save up a little bit of money. And then once the raid is done, We'll hire 2 more security guards. We're going to send everybody over to this acid house here, and we're going to punch like 3 cops to death. Here comes the raid. And then we're going to get old acid dealer Joe himself here with his like psychedelic wallpaper and couch and everything on the job in a major way. Look, he's got his own bar and everything, and in the back room is where he sells the acid to all these people. Fantastic. How much is the bribe going to be this time? I have no idea. It might be more. It might just be the same. When I was playing this earlier, it seemed to like increase every time, but maybe that's not the case. We'll just have to see. We're about to find out. $300. Okay, so it is increasing. Fine. We'll bribe him. Good. Save up a little bit of money after we paid all of our wages, and then we're going to get 2 more security guards. And then we're going to do an assault on the acid corner. Oh my god, this is good. What do you think of the art and stuff? It's fantastic, isn't it? It looks really, really nice. I really like all this. And the fact that you can play this full screen as well. I'm playing full screen right now in 1080, and it's fantastic. It looks okay. It doesn't look like shitty or anything like that. So it's pretty good. It's greenlit on Steam. It's like 70 megs. I think I paid like $8 for it or whatever. So it's almost like, well, you know, the way that green lighting and early access and stuff works. You're paying up front to basically fund the further development of the game. And it's something that I only do if I feel like a game is really worth doing it for. And for this game, definitely. This is definitely something that I'll play when there's more features in it or whatever. It's something that I've had enough fun playing even with limited features. So it's all good. All right, how much money do we have? We have $250. We need to like sell some more weed, really. $300. I don't know how much security guards cost, actually. Let's try to hire some. $400 each. Whew, that's crazy. That is a lot of money for a security guard, but well worth it, because those guys are the muscle, right? They're like running the whole empire by brute force. All right, we can hire 1 at least. We have Ron, Nicholas, or Stuart here. Stuart is a bombastic, fine-boned man with a pet tarantula who is from another planet and lives with an uncle. Okay, well, that sounds crazy to me, and these are the kind of guys that we want for bodyguards. The crazier, the better, I think, because that's going to scare people into submission every time. Fine, Stuart, welcome aboard. We're just going to save up 400 more bucks. We're going to get 1 last security guard in, and we're good. And meanwhile, Christopher is just like having a smoke in the break room instead of making it. Well, I mean, his quote is like full. Look, we're like totally stocked. We're ready to ship this stuff out. All we need to do is wait out another raid and then possibly get another guy. I mean, we could just like fight the raid and save the money. Should we just fight the raid? All right, we're gonna hire Ron or Nicholas. Ron is a dorky, disfigured young man with an extensive knowledge of the local area and a bad leg, who is from a parallel dimension and lives with a split personality. Sounds good to me, Ron. Welcome aboard. Great. Okay, we have now a full contingent of insane bodyguards. I think we're going to not bribe this raid. I think we're going to take them out, and then we're going to get everybody all jacked up on Bloodlust. And once they're all jacked up on Bloodlust, we're taking this down in a big way. It's going to be utterly fantastic. We're just going to wait for the raid because it's inbound. Here it comes. Oh, look at that. They almost ran over old Stewie out here. So, yeah. So, this is pretty much all there is to the game at the moment. You just work your way through these. You get to the end. But later on, there's going to be, like, upgrades for the boxes. There's going to be upgrades for, like, all these stations and stuff. We're going to fight this off because we can't afford to bribe them. There's 2 cops in here now. And we may lose a security guard in the process. Although... Who's this? Oh, shit. No. No. We need this guy. Actually, punches really hard. All right. The raid has been staved. Look at that. Okay, we're going to send this guy to have a rest. We're going to send all of our bodyguards to have a rest. And then we're going to do our assault. 3 cops. That's a beefy amount of cops, actually. But we have 4 guys. And we might be able to, like, one-shot them all and take them out. All right. Okay, crew, are you ready? Here they come. We're going to send all these guys. Corey, Dawn, Stuart, Ron. Attack. Here comes the armored truck. It's like a boy band, except that these guys are all batshit insane. And I think that boy bands generally aren't, like, too insane. Look, what are they doing? They just pulled up here, but they didn't get out of the van? Or was that not our van? It was a different armored truck. Okay, here we come. Got the armored truck. All right, pile in, boys. Taking with shit, we lost someone. Who did we lose straight away? Oh my god. Okay, I think we've got the upper hand, though. It's 1 for 1, and we outnumber them in a massive... We did it! We've done it, guys. We did it. We can now deliver acids safely. Okay, we want to move Corey back here. And we also want to move Dawn, and we'll leave Stuart out there to help out. Look, he can just rest at the bar, I think. Does that work? No, it doesn't. He's just going to get, like, completely intoxicated and be completely useless when it comes to being a bodyguard for this crazy acid dealer who's wearing goggles. Excellent. All right, it looks like our first batch of acid is off as well, so we should be making even more money now. We can even maybe ramp up acid production now that we control the corner as well, which is pretty sweet. Look at this. Oh my god, psychedelic dude. Just gonna go crazy. Look at that. He's, instead of selling it, he's just doing it all himself. He's just gonna be tripping absolute balls. But every time his little thing fills up, look, we get $100. So we definitely want to make sure that there's lots of acid going over there at all times. Great. There you go. Basement. This is called Basement. I don't even think I said in the intro what it's called. Anyway, it's called Basement. It's a drug dealing tycoon. It's awesome. It's totally worth getting right now, I think, for the fact that it'll help them fund the game and it'll help them add more features and build it up into something truly special. But so far, so good for me. I thought this was great, and I look forward to playing more of it when it gets more updates and stuff, and I just love the idea. I just think that it's great, and I love these kind of games. Oh, it's fantastic. Excellent. All right, well, as usual, thanks very much for watching. Let me know what you think, if you think that this game is also very good. It was actually recommended to me through people on Reddit and stuff in the /r/sips subreddit, so thank you for that, for opening my eyes to something very exciting. God, I cannot wait. Excellent. All right, well, like I said, as usual, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.